should be. It's being recorded. It just told me recording in progress.
It says recording in progress. Wow, we are learning, both of us. Hello there, everybody. Here is Mr. Ulf and I coming to you live, and I have a special guest today. This lovely, what is it today? It is Wednesday. Yes, it is midweek, the 3rd of December. Mike Jolie, welcome to this little show. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, Alpha. We're working on everything that we can today. It's just been a hectic trying to set things up.
Oh, yeah. Tell me
Great to
about
be on here
it.
because I'm trying to get so much done all at the same time that it's difficult, but it's
Yeah.
working out.
Yeah, that's I know the melody, how this works. Let me just put something forward here. Great to have you on, Mike. What time is it your place, by the way, now?
10:26 a.m.
10:26 a.m. Okay, so here is 5:26 p.m. So it must be
So
7 hours. Are you Central then?
no, I'm Eastern, EST.
Yeah, yeah, Eastern. Yes, of course, Eastern. Yes, you're Eastern.
I'm in downtown Toronto, Canada.
Toronto, Canada. It's a
Yeah,
great city, I believe. Canada is actually one of my bucket lists
to come
destinations.
here, there's a
Yeah,
lot of nice stuff out here, buddy. I'm telling you now.
yeah, I am pretty sure. So I guess you're a fan of Toronto Maple Leafs then.
The Maple Laughs is what we call them. They
Uh-huh.
haven't won a Stanley Cup since 1967.
Yeah,
It's
you do.
they're notorious to go golfing.
Oh,
How's that?
really? Mike, you do know that I'm not sure that you know that, but I originate from Sweden. I'm born and raised in Sweden.
Yes.
So Toronto is obviously pretty much of a metropole in Sweden, especially if you're interested in ice hockey.
Yeah. Well, ice hockey is great. Maple Leafs are interesting, but we're pretty diversified out here. We
Yeah.
have soccer, football,
Okay.
uh, baseball. We have one of the premier baseball. They lost in the World Series this year.
Mhm.
Okay, but they lost in the last game, the seventh game. Okay, so that's how good of a team
The
we
seven.
have.
Also, you play in those series. You play best of seven.
Best of seven games.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and Toronto should have won the World Series because they had a 3-1 lead and
Mhm.
lost 4-3. But hey,
Wow, they had a 3-1 lead and lost 4-3.
yeah, they had three to one,
That's
three games to one.
what happened? A total collapse?
No, no, this was probably one of the best series I've seen in a long time.
Uh,
And my wife is not very sports oriented. She is not crazy about sports. Keep sports
okay.
away from her.
Yeah.
And it's terrible. She yells at the TV. She gets right into it. So
Okay.
it's fun to watch her because she's from a person who wanted nothing to do with it to when it comes to the end, like the Grey Cup, the Super Bowl, the World Series, the
Uh,
FCC soccer, things of that nature.
mm,
She likes to see the final series because
mhm.
that's by far is the best of the
Of
sport.
course. Of course.
Okay, and regardless of what sports you're watching, like I even got her watching curling. Okay, and
I,
she's like, she didn't understand it. Now she sits there, she goes, how did they make that thing go that way? How could they curl between these things? And I'm from up
okay.
north. I'm not originally from Toronto. I'm
Okay.
from up north, a little town called Timmins, far,
Uh-huh.
far, far up north.
Okay.
Okay, snow in July is known. It happens. Okay, that's how bad it is out there.
Wow. Wow.
We never get past Halloween without being completely bombarded with 2, 3 feet of snow. That's normal
Wow. Wow.
in Timmins. Population 40,000 people. I
Mhm.
left there in 1985 to move to Toronto.
Mhm.
In 1985, they had 40,000 people. Today, they have 40,000 people. That's how
Oh,
very little the population changes.
yeah.
But if
Okay.
you like hunting, fishing,
Yeah.
clean air,
Yeah,
that's
I
where you
can
go.
imagine. I can imagine. I can imagine. Sounds
Well,
wonderful. I mean, nature is
nature's
truly
amazing.
wonderful when you really take a close look at it. And Canada is a very diverse country with a lot of
Oh,
exciting things. Yeah, we have been talking about it actually many times to go there. So
depends where you want to go because east to west is amazing.
yeah,
You could be in Prince Edward Island
yeah,
and then work your way out all the way to Vancouver Island to
yeah,
the
yeah,
other end, east to
yeah.
west. and they actually have a train that goes across the country.
I know that there are actually a couple of them, if I'm not mistaken, and I do believe they depart. You can actually take. I don't remember if they start in Toronto or Montreal. Toronto, I believe, and then they
It's
go
in
east.
Toronto.
Yeah, and then they also go eastbound towards Montreal and
And
far
then,
out east, and then they can
yeah,
actually go all the way to the west. Yeah, yeah, sounds really exciting.
yeah, because they have to change tracks.
Yeah.
From Toronto, we don't have the main Trans-Canada track that goes
Mm,
from one end
I
to the
see.
other.
I
So
see.
that's why they go to Montreal. But it's a very interesting thing. But in Vancouver, there's amazing things to see.
Mm,
In Prince Edward Island, the people are very different
mm,
from one end of the country to
mm.
the other end of the country.
Yeah.
You go to Vancouver, expect the cold shoulder from everybody.
Mhm.
They're just it's interesting. You go to Prince Edward Island, Newfoundland, Halifax, things of that nature.
Yeah.
Those are all little provinces.
Mm,
And the
yeah.
people, wow, what a difference. They're so
Okay.
nice. They talk to everybody.
Very cool. Very cool. Mike, since you now
Yes.
have been telling me a little bit about where you originate from and the little town there up in the north, maybe there are even polar bears, I don't know, but
No, we're not that far up north, but
no, okay.
there's a lot of moose, a lot of bear, a lot of
Yeah,
brown bear,
okay.
a lot of black
Okay.
bear.
Yeah.
A moose could be walking down the main avenue tomorrow morning. There's no problem.
Okay. Mike, exciting indeed if you meet a moose in the street. But tell me a little bit more about your background. I mean, what have you been doing for a living? What brought you online and
Okay.
stuff like that? What is your profession? Let me hear.
Okay. So I'm French Canadian to start. I speak fluently French and English.
Yeah.
I can read, write, no problem. I've actually, uh, I was a businessman in Timmins, but I got married too young and I got divorced. I had a sub shop, a submarine sandwich sub, a variety store, and a video outlet when I was 20 years old. So I've always been a go-getter. I always step out of where I'm at. I have no problem taking a chance. What's the worst going to happen? You fail? Well, you're not failing. You're just learning to do it a different way. That's how
Yes.
you got to look at failure.
I love
People
that. I
look,
love that. I love that
yeah,
because it's exactly my own attitude towards
that's a
towards that.
perfect attitude because you could lose 100 times and you win once, and that's all it takes.
Yeah.
You need that one time to make everything work great.
Yeah.
So I've had opportunity. So with my personal life going down the tube, I came to Toronto to go to DeVry University to learn a little bit more. I'm very educated. There's no issue. I've got a degree in electronics. I have a I have a certificate of completion for millwright. I'm a forestry millwright, and I'm a journeyman electrician with his master's.
Wow.
About 20 years ago, I got into an accident, a car accident. I got hit by a drunk driver, and I ended up hurting my knee, which means I can't go up and down ladders well anymore. So for
I
the
see.
rest
I
of my
see.
life, I was confined. But from 85 to 95, I was a journeyman electrician with his own company. I own M Jolly Electric. I still own it today. I created my own. I have a business card that I had forever. The phone number is the same phone number that's been on there since I can remember.
Jolly Electric. Wow. Okay.
M Jolly Electric. But I don't do it anymore. The only reason why I kept the cards, okay, because at the time that I did this, um, I was in the 85 to 95 era was the poker boom. So what I did is on the back of my card, I added a poker guide.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Now this poker guide got me more work than you could imagine because I would drop my cards all over the place and people would pick up the cards for the guide.
Cool.
It was just a marketing ploy and it worked fairly well.
Yeah.
But then
Very.
not being able to do electrical anymore, I've always been in construction all my life. So I decided to try to take my hand at property management. So I got involved with a very large company. I got very lucky. I'm going to tell you right now. I walked in on the ground floor of a company that was just opening up in Canada,
I see.
called JLL, Jones Lang LaSalle, and they needed people like me who were knowledgeable, weren't scared to work, did what they do. Well, for the last 20 years, I've been working for them.
I see. Wow.
Okay. And I've taken care of Honeywell Aerospace, which is one of the accounts, Canada Post, which is another account. And the account that I'm on now is the Wells Fargo Bank of Canada
Okay.
and Latin America.
Some
So
big clients there, huh?
huge clients. Okay. And with Wells Fargo, I fly all over the world. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And at the beginning, flying all over the world is great. Okay, because you get to see everything. But when it's for business, it sucks. It becomes
But maybe that's the explanation to all your spectacular shirts that you wear every now and then.
oh, I wear some. My shirts are. I've if anybody goes on my page and follows me on my page Savvy Affiliates, they see that when I do in the summer, I'm wearing guaranteed a colored shirt, and I mean very colorful.
Yeah.
Everywhere that I've been, the Caribbean, Mexico, Aruba, Argentina, uh, Jamaica, anywhere where I've gone, I've picked up one or two shirts. Okay. Two reasons for those shirts. They're very light. Okay. And when it's 100 degrees, because in the summer here, it gets warm.
Yeah.
Don't think we're only always in the snow.
Yeah.
But
No. I know it gets warm in Canada. I know.
120 degrees Fahrenheit it happens here a lot.
Wow.
Okay. Or 40 Celsius plus, it happens a lot. And when it gets cold, it gets cold. Minus 40 below zero also happens out here. So we have a interesting thing. So for all the shirts that I wear, I enjoy doing it because it gives something for people to look. What shirt is he going to be wearing tomorrow?
Yeah.
And I have Jamaica on it now, or I have Aruba on it, or I have just a bunch of flowers and pictures, but it's always colorful. And for me, I enjoy that. So, and now I'm going to be starting to do the Christmas special stuff where every time I go live on my site, I'm going to be wearing an ugly Christmas shirt or sweater or something. So, and I got a few of them. So people are going to.
It becomes kind of your brand, man.
It does. I enjoy it.
Yeah, okay? That's cool.
When I would go to work, people would look at me and they go, "What are you wearing?" And I'd hit a button, the lights would go on.
In this industry that we are both representing nowadays, I mean, in online marketing, online business, affiliate marketing, whatever you want to call it, preferably maybe affiliate marketing. But in this arena here, a brand and a recognition is crucial. It is really vital to bring that across together with, of course, the most essential part, which is your knowledge, being knowledgeable, and actually helping and teaching other people, and helping them out from their current struggles and problems and so forth. May I ask you a few questions here? I actually have stippled down.
You may, please.
They are not very sophisticated, pretty straightforward. How would you, from where you sit, and I don't mean your location, but I mean in your position in with all your experience and also what you do in affiliate marketing industry, how would you explain affiliate marketing to a complete beginner?
Affiliate marketing to a complete beginner is to take a product that doesn't belong to you. You didn't create it, didn't make it, don't manufacture it, don't store it, don't have inventory on it. Promote it to what we call a list of people or other people and get a commission for helping sell that product for the owner of the product.
Yeah.
Okay. So what that does is it creates a demand without the risk of having the product or buying the inventory.
Yeah.
Prior to what we were affiliate marketing before is you would have to buy the inventory, then sell it. Yeah. Okay. So you created a risk for yourself. For an affiliate marketer, the only risk you have is waiting for somebody to buy the product.
Yeah.
And if they enjoy the product, great. If they don't, they return the product, and that's the end of it, which does not affect you. It only affects your commission because the commission gets returned, but it doesn't affect your ability to sell product.
No, but you're right. And you mentioned here, stocking up products and buying stuff home. I've been there myself, but I don't know really if I would call that affiliate marketing, but maybe that time
E-commerce.
I think maybe that time it was more mentioned like network marketing, maybe MLM, because I've been involved in both those kinds. And I did stock up a lot of stuff that collected dust over the years. It was everything from jewelry to perfumes to health nutrition and God knows what. So yeah, affiliate marketing, your definition there is absolutely spot on. And I think every beginner could easily understand that. Hey, how did you personally get started with the program we are both involved with, OLSP, and what attracted you to that system in particular?
Okay, well, I've been involved in many other affiliate marketing programs where the supposed guru has explained to me what I needed to know, how I would do it, how much money I would make, $10,000 a day if I followed his process. I joined those processes and followed the instructions, went as far as I could, only to find out that I wasn't being told everything that I needed to be told. Okay. And 90% of information that was available from the gurus that I was involved with was either obsolete or has been updated, and they did not update their programs or videos or whatever they do to give you that information. Now, I'm not very tech savvy. I can do pretty good. I'm pretty capable on a computer. I can do quite a bit, but that's just because of what I do for a living as a facility manager. But I can't write code. I can't get the thing. I'm still fighting to figure out why I can't invite anybody on Facebook to my live. And so,
I don't think you're the only one, Mike.
and I got tons. I mean, I spent the day yesterday researching and researching, and nobody out there can actually give me a clear answer to what I need to do. Okay?
Obviously, nobody does it. Nobody
But it
doesn't
happens.
know.
People are doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, we tried this, a couple of times yesterday, and I tried also with another person that it didn't really work out.
I
All
tried with three
right.
people yesterday. So what brought me to let's continue with your question.
Yeah.
Okay. Your question is what got me involved with affiliate marketing and with OLSP?
Yes.
Well, after a few failed attempts and tens of thousands of dollars invested in not achieving what I was doing, because I don't accept a failure. I accept it as a personal challenge to go to the next level. I had been watching OLSP for a while, for at least a year and a half before I joined them. And I was watching the people, I was listening to their comments. Every now and then I'd sneak onto something that Wayne was doing, and I'd listen to him. And he's a pretty easy guy to listen to, so it wasn't difficult. Okay, and I kept watching, and out of the blue, some guy Daniel sends me a link. He spammed a link, which is what we don't do. Okay, and I looked at it and I said, "Oh, what the heck?" I clicked on it, and I started watching it, and the link was the $7 uh,
Yeah. The
mega link to get started. And I said, "Wow, what have I got to lose?" Okay, and that was a year and a half ago. So I said, "Okay, fine." So I took the $7 link. I started doing what needed to be done. I started watching the videos and attending some of the trainings and noticed that it was completely different. The information I was looking for was actually the right information, and it was true. Everything was there that I needed to see. Everything was there that I needed to understand. When I had a question, I didn't get a response in 48 to 72 hours, which is probably the biggest killer of affiliate marketing out there, is when you're on a roll, you're doing great, you get stuck, you're supposed to have this amazing support, click, send them an email, hey, and crickets.
Yeah.
And then 72 hours later, I get a response. Can you clarify what you mean?
Yeah.
Well,
I guess we've been there, both of us. Yeah.
So by looking at what Wayne was offering and how quickly I would get a response was amazing. Okay, and I'm like, oh wow, okay, great. So they're actually responding. There's actual people doing the work. They're not just taking your money. And as time got by, I ended up joining the VIP. Then I ended up joining the elite group, and then I started using Wayne as not using, but getting instruction from Wayne. And I realized that everything I learned about affiliate marketing was wrong. Okay. And I did not, it took a while to understand that, because when you're bred to understand 1 plus 1 is 2, well, 1 plus 1 is not 2 when you're doing affiliate marketing, because there's a problem with the second one, because it might not be clear. Okay. 1 plus 1 becomes 3 in this case, because you don't have the proper information.
Yeah.
I had no idea that I needed to grow an audience. I had no idea that everybody always tells you grow your list. Well, yeah, you can grow your list, and there's nothing wrong with growing your list. That's where your money is. But if you don't grow an audience of people who trust you, they won't buy from you. It doesn't matter who you are. There's a million of us out there doing the same thing. In that million group, if they don't know you, you're called cold traffic. Cold traffic is 1 in a million that they buy. Warm traffic and hot traffic, totally different things. Okay. And I'm building now the warm traffic group where I wasn't before. My group is starting to take off. I was stuck at, I know it's not a big number, but at 150 members for 2-3 months. I just broke 221 now, and it's rising. Now people are just joining. They're going, oh, we heard about you. So they're starting to hear from me. So I figure in a couple more months, I'm going to have a reasonable group. And
That's
with
absolutely
Wayne's,
awesome. That's
yeah,
awesome, Mike.
and with Wayne's help, it'll increase. That's where the money's going to start coming, not by sending out all these. Never spam. We don't spam. I get people spamming me all the time, so
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. I tell them, really, I can show you. I've actually converted a few of these people to OLSP, because I tell them, I said, listen, this is the wrong way to do this. And they're like, and they always defend what they're doing, and that's okay. So I tell them, explain it to me. What do you got? Blah, blah, blah. How well are you doing? They're all making millions. Every one of them are making millions.
Of course, yeah.
Okay. And I said, okay, well, you're doing great. I appreciate it. I'm going to stick to what I'm doing. If you would like some information, just add me as a friend. Okay. I'll accept your friendship, and we'll take it from there. And if you want to get some more information. So I'm actually getting people going, that thing you were talking to me about? Is that still available? I said, of course it's available. We have 26,000 plus members. We're growing all the time. They're worldwide. We have them everywhere. And he's like, oh, I'd like to start. I said, okay, well, there's a package for $7, and you'll get a $90 bonus in traffic, 100 free traffic leads. Well, if they don't understand what traffic is, then I know I have somebody that's right from the beginning.
Yeah.
And to me, that's perfect. Because you don't know anything, let me teach you. You'll be a sponge now. And I have ebooks. I've written tons of ebooks, and people don't realize it. I have a section called files. You go in there and it's like, just go down from solo traffic to organic traffic to how to start affiliate marketing. Where do I go? If you need help, what to do. It's something that I've worked on, and I'm proud of it, because it took a lot of time to do it.
Of course, you should be, buddy. I mean, that's absolutely awesome, and your explanation here is absolutely spot on, and I can only share the same experience from my point of view. I mean, yes, there was this guy, Wayne. He spoke differently, and it was the truth, and I also pretty quick started to absorb everything that he said, because it was different. It is different to what everybody's hyping about and has done for all those years that I've been online. So yeah, I can only fully agree with you, Mike. I think we are in the same boat here.
We are.
Buddy, in 10 minutes, it's top of the hour here. So I think we will have to get to, I would like to ask you something here to wrap it up before we, or to, as a last question before we wrap it up. I would like you to give, if you would give just one piece of advice to someone thinking about joining OLSP today, what would that advice be?
That's a good question. One piece of advice. I would say, do your research about the company you're about to join and look at how many success stories they really have. Okay, I'm not talking about the testimonials that could be created with a picture of anybody, their friends, family, soccer mom down the street, soccer dad down the street. I'm looking at people that are actually making money in a group where you can see. In OLSP, you can see the people are making groups. They're making money. And this way here, once you know this, you know it's a good place. If there's one or two people making money in the group, stay away from them. 100%. Why? Because it's only those one or two people that are going to make money. Nobody else will make. I was involved with a group where I got paid to supply clicks to, or my leads to the person that I was doing, and he would pay me $3 for every one of them. Problem is, I'd get paid $3. He'd get the lead. He'd do the follow-up. He'd get the additional commission that comes from it. He'd get the residual. I never got any of that because once they stir the cookies on their site, you lose it all.
Yeah.
Okay, so go for a company that's going to be there for you, a company that actually has stuff going on, that's not scared to do things, and is not scared to actually say, hey, this is the wrong thing. Don't do it, guys. Don't go for this shiny object. Everybody out there has a shiny object. Okay. And if I'm going to buy a shiny object now, it has to be something that's going to help my business today, not replace the business I'm doing. Because it has to be something, an example, an AI program has to help me increase the value of my business, not replace the business I'm doing. And a shiny object, you get that, the shiny object syndrome. People take, oh, I can't do this because it's getting hard. Let's go to the next one. Well, they're all hard, guys. I'm sorry to tell you, they're all hard. And everybody who tells you you're going to make $10,000 in a night, I'd love to know how you do it. Show me how, because I've yet to see anybody come up with that money overnight, not in the first 60 days.
No.
There are people who are making that kind of money, but not the first 60 days.
Great. Absolutely great answer, and a very, very good advice that I believe a lot of people really should think about absorbing, because as we know, and this is not a saying, a magic button, a magic pill does not exist. It takes works. It takes work, sorry, and it takes consistency and carrying on with what you're doing. And your explanation is, if this is going to help my business, now that's another story. If this is going to boost my business, that's another story. But if this is going to replace my business, that is a no-no, because that will set you back to square one, time and time and time again. All right, Mike, finally we managed to come online and be together. Now this is not live, so it will be recorded, but I will definitely upload this, and I'm very, very happy that we could spend a small half an hour together here and hear your story. And I had no idea that you were fluent in French. Je ne parle pas français.
Moi, je parle très bien.
Je parle un peu français.
Un peu?
Un peu. Okay, so very, very little. But thank you so much, Mike, for coming on. Now I will grab myself a small drink here before I get on with the next session. Maybe you will be there as well.
I will be.
Yeah, and have yourself a wonderful Wednesday, and chat later, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. You have a great day.
Here is Mr. Ulf and I saying thank you very much, and thanks to Mike Jolly giving a little hand, and bye everybody, take care, and ciao for now.
Bye.